where did you grow up?
I grew up in the country, just about an hour west of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm a country girl.
You know, at what point did you really get into music?
Well, I basically moved to the big bad city of Toronto just to pursue my music. So I left the country probably when I was about 16, and I came to the city and I just tried to do my thing. I worked for a radio station just doing some just promo and stuff. It was called Project Bounce, and it was the first hip-hop underground radio station in Toronto. And yeah, it was pretty big, so that's kind of where I got my start.
Now, you know, a lot of people, when they think Toronto, they think Drake. You know, was Drake kind of going through, you know, your radio station at the time you were working there?
No, actually he never did. I think at that time he was doing his Degrassi thing, so he wasn't really, you know what I mean? It was like an underground thing. It was more like, you know, the bad men coming from like Scarborough and Mississauga and downtown Toronto. They'd come through with their mixtapes just trying to get on, you know?
How big was Drake in Toronto before he really hit? Or did he really kind of get big after Wayne signed him and became part of, you know, Young Money?
Yeah, he was just known, like, maybe other than his circle of friends or whatever, but he was just known to the public out here as the Degrassi kid, you know what I'm saying? So he was on his acting thing, and then when Wayne signed him, actually just before Wayne signed him, he put out a mixtape or something, a couple tracks. He was doing some features with a lot of artists from Toronto, and then Wayne signed him, and of course he got big then, right?
Okay, so it wasn't like a long, slow grind in Toronto. It was sort of like Degrassi, then Wayne.
Yeah, like he wasn't out on the block with his mixtapes, you know, chilling with the gangsters and anything. He wasn't doing that. That's for sure.
Now, you got into a little bit of legal problems a while back. What happened exactly?
Well, for everybody who knows me, like, I've been singing and doing my little thing, but for a white girl in hip-hop industry, especially in Screwface capital Toronto, it's a little difficult, you know what I mean, to maneuver. You definitely need money so you don't have to deal with the fuckery, and so I just had to do my thing. I got on the hustle. I watched what, you know, a few of my boyfriends were doing, and I just thought I could do it better, and I did, until I got caught.
So what exactly did you get caught with?
I don't know. I'm still going through some things right now legally, so I'm not going to get into that, but anybody who knows me definitely knows what I got caught with. And, you know, there's no glass, let me just put it this way, there's no glass ceiling with the white girl. Feel me?
Now how long were you locked up for?
I actually only did like a month inside until I got bail. I was actually pregnant at the time with my first daughter. When I got bail, I found out I was pregnant, so that actually kind of helped me because, you know, nobody wants to lock up a pregnant white girl for sure. So, and I didn't have a criminal record at the time, so they were good to me. I had to do about 4 years altogether house arrest, and now I'm just on probation with a few restrictions, but that's going to be done in about 6 months.
So you had the ankle bracelet and everything?
No. I was a mom, so fortunately my lawyer made it so I didn't have to have that, so it was all right. I was allowed to leave at the end of my bid to do shopping and stuff on Saturdays just because I had children. So, you know, all in all, I was blessed, you know what I mean? It could have been a lot worse, for sure.
And how many kids do you have now?
I have 2 beautiful little girls, and they're my life. I mean, other than music and God, they're everything to me. And I do this for them. I want to inspire them, show them to go after their dreams, and nothing can stop you as long as you believe in yourself, pretty much.
How difficult is it to juggle doing music and having 2 daughters?
It's very difficult. Basically, it's all time management. I mean, a lot of people, let me just put it, like, a lot of people are lazy. Like, if you're trying to get in this industry, let me just tell you, laziness will not get you there. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are, how much money you got. If you are lazy, you're not gonna propel to the place you want to, you know what I'm saying? So me, I am not a lazy person. I go after everything. I don't waste time. You know, I'm on my Tupac shit right now, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, being a white female rapper in the landscape of, you know, today's music, you know, how do you think that affects you?
Well, I mean, this is so funny because I actually, people have been comparing me to Iggy Azalea, obviously, as you guys have probably known. And I actually reached out to her about a week and a half ago on Twitter. Like, I just want her to know that I've been doing this for 15 years in Canada, in Toronto, and I know exactly what she's going through. I'm actually glad that she made it because she's probably going to go through way more stuff than I'll even have to because she made it first. She's like the Eminem, you know what I mean? Only the white girl. So really, I just want her to know I've been through it. I know she ain't a gangster or nothing or whatever, but we still have that in common that, it's hard out here and you just gotta, have a thick skin like a rhino. Let stuff roll off your shoulder. But still be passionate and still be true to yourself. And, I think if she ever reached out, we could do a dope track. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it seems like, historically, whenever females get on, the first thing they do is just start beefing with each other. I mean, you saw it with Foxy Brown and Lil Kim. You saw it with Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj. I mean, you've seen, Iggy Azalea, females like Rod Digger have taken shots at her. Like, you're always seeing this type of thing. Why do you think that females always beef with each other as opposed to like forming groups together and going on tour together and so forth?
I think honestly, like, this industry is still predominantly run by men. So, I mean, we all know what men want at the end of the day. So, for females, it's a little hard, like, and especially there's not that many females doing it, like, especially the artists you're mentioning, like, those girls are, not saying they're old, but they're older, they're vets in the game, now these young girls are coming up, so definitely if they didn't go through it first, we wouldn't even be here. So we definitely have to pay homage to the ones before us. But for me, I feel like it's just, right now it's an even playing ground. Women are out there making money. Like, I'm not just talking about in the industry. Like, women are holding it down right now in the world. So guys need to recognize that and just know, like, look, like, just chill for a second, because we can all work together, female and male, and just make this money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there doesn't have to be beef. Unless somebody steps to me on, like, a personal level, like they're coming at me, like, I'm not going to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go off on somebody else for no reason. You know what I mean? I don't have to do that. I'm a queen in my own right, and I don't need to put someone down. But every female needs to hold her ground, especially in this industry, right?
I was just interviewing Trina last week, and, we were talking about how like a tour with a bunch of the top females would just be crazy because not only would the girls go, but all the guys would show up too just because they knew the girls would be there. But you've just never seen that type of thing.
Yeah, and I mean, they should do that. I mean, Trina, she out there doing her thing. Like, I see her on Instagram all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, if these girls had that type of work ethic, and they all just band together, that would be huge money. Like, and if they come to Toronto, they should let Shel-B GT open up for that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So what do you got coming up?
My new mixtape, Pulling Me Back, is coming November 15th. It's big. It's got 21 songs. And I'm working actually on my own movie because, I went through some things in the past 7-8 years that I think would come well on camera so people can really understand what happened and what's been going on with me. And yeah, I'm going to work with the Toronto Film Festival hopefully with that. So that's my next big project. I'm working on a battle thing actually here in Toronto. I'm going to try and get some girls to get together and battle. Because, I ain't afraid of nothing, so I'll battle anybody. They can come at me. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Get this battle thing popping in Toronto, especially even with the females. I think it would really work,
Who are you feeling in the battle circuit in terms of females right now?
Yo, QB is crazy. Like she's nuts, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. To me, she's the top right now. I'd love to see her on a big platform like the men are doing right now. Like how Daylight's out there and all of them, how big it is. I'd love to see QB battle somebody like crazy, like maybe even someone big in the industry, like Remy or somebody, somebody step up to the plate, get hungry, you know what I mean?